new video here. Word about Palmetto State Armory. As we all know, Palmetto State Armory sucks, right? You know, that's what a lot of people think and a lot of people say. Well, I'm going to tell you about my experience with Palmetto State Armory. I've owned several of their rifles, AR-15s, over the years. A lot of the, the Freedom barrel ones, the night with the nitride barrel, a couple of the mid-length gas system ARs that they have. I really like the mid-length gas system. But the one that I've owned the longest, and you guys that's been following my videos know that I've had this for quite a while. I love the AR-15, A4, A2, whatever, the 20-inch rifle. This is the way it was meant to be. Even with the integrated carry handle, that's the way it's really meant to be, to me. But, to be able to have a removable carry handle is a nice option for optics. And I run both. Right now it's got the sights on it, the iron sights. So I like to be able to run iron sights, and keep up with that and keep up with shooting like that a lot of times. Anyway, so my experience with Palmetto State Armory. This is the rifle that I've had the longest of theirs. This is the premium upper, the FN barrel, cold hammer forged barrel, and just the standard A2 lower. That not the EPP trigger, not the the enhanced polish trigger. It's just a standard mil-spec trigger. This rifle has been flawless, and I've shot, I don't know, a little over a few thousand rounds through it. Now, I haven't put no 10,000 rounds or anything through it. I don't have money to burn, ammo to burn. I don't have ammo sponsors sending me, 1,000 round cases every once in a while to, shoot and burn through ammo like that. I don't. So everything all the ammo I get, except for a few things here and there, I buy, but, so, probably upwards of, in between 2,000 and 3,000 rounds total lifetime through this thing. It has been completely flawless, not one single issue. The sights are straight, everything on it is straight. I haven't had any issue with this bolt carrier. That's just their standard nitride bolt carrier. It's not even their, their phosphated chrome. I mean, it is a chrome bolt carrier. Everything's like, but it's it's been a nice rifle. The only thing that I did different to this was I changed out the hand guards for the classic look of the full 20-inch rifle. The more of the round hand guards instead of the oval ones that they had. Nothing wrong with the oval ones. Actually, I think the oval ones might be better than these, like a more solid hand guard. These are pretty good. I got these from Aero Precision. I think there's better ones out there that I'll have to look into that too. Maybe get a better pair, but these have been fine. They haven't had an issue with them either. So, so my experience with Palmetto State Armory over the years, like I've said, I've owned, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 AR-15s through them, not counting the four total AR-15s. And all 3 of those, except for this one, have been the nitride barrels. I've had 2 different, the mid-length gas system ARs, and then one, M4 AR. They had the 1 and 8 twist. The other ones had the 1 and 7 twist on the barrel. This is the 1 and 7. All of them, though, all of them. I have not had a problem with Palmetto State Armory at all. Any rifle that I've had from them, I've never had an issue with at all. Nothing. The only thing I did have an issue with was once I got a lower for one of those mid-length rifles, that the trigger wouldn't reset. It wouldn't reset, and you know, you pull the trigger and then you let it kind of, you know, go back, click to, you know, reset it and pull it again. It wouldn't reset at first. However, I took it out, shot 20, 25 rounds through it, smoothed it right out, never had an issue with it again. That was it. And that's really not that big a deal, you know. But all of them have been accurate. All of them have been, the sights have been straight. Everything has been straight. Nice rifles. This one right here, actually, the reason I even have this one is because I've been wanting, you know, for a long time, I've been wanting a 20-inch AR. Again, I've had them before, and one time years ago. And to me, this is just the iconic, classic M16 look, you know, clone looking thing. But I bought a Colt AR-15A4. I made a video on this a while back, a few years back. And, you know, I paid, I don't even remember how much it was, 1,500 bucks or something like that for that rifle. And it had issues out of the box. These trigger pins were walking out. You put 20 rounds through it, they were almost all the way out where that trigger inside the springs would have went. I didn't like that. I was mad at that. Now I could have put anti-roll pins and all that stuff on it, and everybody like, you should have sold your, well, you know what? I got this, Palmetto State Armory. Bought the upper and the lower separate at the same time, slapped them on there together. Not one single issue with this rifle at all to this point. If it does, I'll let you know. But to this point, this rifle has not got one single issue through it. It's been accurate, probably one of the most accurate rifles I've ever had. The other ones were accurate too, but you know, the 20-inch makes it a little more accurate. Takes full advantage of that 5.56 round. But this one right here has been really good. Now, you know, they offer the same kind of rifle like this with the nitride barrel, the Freedom barrel. And all the Freedom barrel stuff that I've had has been accurate and good, even though they're at a lower price. You know, some people would even argue that a nitride barrel would actually even be more accurate than this chrome line barrel. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. But very nice, very nice. Love that rifle. Now I've got this one. I have it on a Daniel Defense upper, but this is the Palmetto State Armory stealth lower, so it doesn't have their logo on it. It's just blank, you know, and it's got the serial number and all that, but it is a Palmetto State Armory. Just to show it to you, prove it to you right there, Palmetto State Armory, right there. This one's been flawless also. Now I know the upper's not Palmetto, but however, you know, people talk about Palmetto State Armory, issues with this, issues with that. You know what? Well, guess what? Daniel Defense has issues too. I haven't had any with this one. You know, I have not had any issues with this one, not yet, but they do have issues. You know, like I said, my Colt had issues, and it was factory, all the way from the factory. I've read Daniel Defense having some issues. I've read BCM having some issues. I've read Noveski having some issues. Bigger, more expensive brands. But I have not had an issue with this lower whatsoever. Or this upper, matter of fact, for me personally, I haven't had anything. It's accurate also. But we're talking about the Palmetto part. This happens to be the stealth lower with the enhanced polish trigger, the EPT trigger. To be honest, I can't tell too much of a difference between either one. You know, if one's a little smoother or not, you know, a little quicker or not. I really can't tell much difference. And you can kind of see that this one's got the more of the nickel plated right here trigger instead of the anodized. But this one has been flawless also, and I haven't put as many rounds through this one as I have that one because I haven't had this one as long. And but I've been carrying this. You guys have been watching my videos. I've been carrying this a lot more lately because I wanted to go a little lighter weight for, you know, the old man here getting a little old, you know. But at the same time, you know, this is not much heavier than that one. You know, you get the light on it, all that stuff. This is getting ready to disappear. I'm gonna probably put one of those Magpul hand stops on there. But nice Palmetto State Armory, guys. I'm telling you right now, I have not had a single issue over the years of owning their rifles or shooting their rifles, except for that one little thing with that lower, the trigger on it, and it worked itself out after 20-25 rounds. Other than that, that's it. I've never had to send anything back. They've got a lifetime warranty on them, if I ever do. So that's the thing, is that you hear people talking about them. You got to think though, Palmetto State Armory, their motto is they want to put a rifle in every law-abiding American's hands, every law-abiding American citizen's hands. They want to do that. That's a good motto to have, and they want to be able to do it at a reasonable price. And one of the reasons things are not as expensive with them is that they do almost everything in-house. They do it themselves. So, you know, the FN barrels come from FN, which is just right up the road. They're not like something like halfway across the country. It's right up the road from them in, what is it, South Carolina? Yeah, Columbia, South Carolina. So, think about that, you know. And then they do have to make their own barrels there as well, too. So, but the Freedom line is a nice line, you know, and you're getting a decent rifle for the price, you know. You're getting a good rifle for the price. So when you hear people on forums, oh, Palmetto State Armory sucks, that's because these guys, or some of these people, are people that own a Daniel Defense that think, hey, my rifle is better than yours. Well, you know what? I got a hybrid Daniel Defense Palmetto State Armory, and this rifle shoots good, shoots really nice. Cold hammer forged barrel. Guess what? I got one on this one as well. I've put more rounds through this rifle than I have this rifle, and this is all Palmetto State Armory. Zero issues. No issues with this either. But my point is that this shoots just as good as this. You know what I mean? This is probably even more accurate than this just because of the barrel length, you know, that added extra little bit, you know. So my take on Palmetto State Armory is that for the price and for what you're getting, you can't go wrong, you know. Sure, they may have a little bit of shipping issues and things like that, but people are buying them. They're putting these out. You know, they're putting these out by more than any other company, you know. So a rifle, like they may make 20 of these to 5 of these, you know. That's one reason. So some stuff may get through, you know, customer, you know, quality control, things like that. So, but it does happen with these guys as well. So, and other big name brands. So while you're going to spend, you know, $2,000 on a complete Daniel Defense rifle, which is just crazy. It's just crazy, man. It's like paying anything over $1,000 for an AK. Anything over $500 or $600 for an AK, a decent AK, is just crazy for me. Because I'm old enough, I remember the prices of good AKs back in the day. You know, you could buy them for $300, $400, you know, and get something really good. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. If you can swing the premium upper, which isn't that much more than really than the Freedom line, do it. But if not, cat making noise. But if not, go with the Freedom barrel. You won't be disappointed. They're accurate. They're good. They're gonna last. You know. But that's what I want to say. My experience with Palmetto State Armory has been nothing but good. You know, every time I've ordered stuff, they've gotten it right out to me. It may take a couple weeks sometimes, but they get it right out to you. The lower, you know, the lowers got to go to your FFL. The uppers, they go right to your door. Everything else goes right to your door. Bolt carriers, you can buy part kits, everything from them. Just the upper, just the lower. Barrels, trigger kits, springs, the whole works. Furniture, all of that stuff. But what I'm saying though, is that between the two of these, if I had to take a choice, and I could only have one, tough choice. But I would go with this, and I'm not kidding. Daniel Defense, you're nice, I love you. But to be honest, one reason is because I like the 20-inch rifle. This is the way it's meant to be. These 16-inch shorties, they're great, they're nice, but this is the way this rifle is meant to be. But yeah, I would take this one because I know so far that this rifle has performed flawlessly. Every function of it has been flawless. And I love this rifle. And I love this one too. And I haven't had any issues with this one whatsoever either. That's why I keep carrying it, because I keep putting rounds through it and stuff like that, and doing, make sure it's good. So far, it's been perfect. But anyway, and that also is a testament right there to this lower. Because the lower and the upper, can't use one without the other. So anyway, that's what I want to do. I've been wanting to make this video for a while and let you know my opinion on Palmetto State Armory. This thing has been flawless. And people will say, they suck. They're gatekeeping, they're gatekeepers for something like this. This stuff is good, don't get me wrong. This stuff is great, awesome. This right here is too. And I don't really notice much difference in quality than the other one, So that's my take on it. If you're looking for a good rifle, I got some links below, also. But man, I do love this rifle. Love that one too. But man, 20-inch AR, that's just the way it's meant to be. I do want to get a couple more of these 20-inch ones. I want to get some of those A1 retro clones. And I do want to get an A2 retro clone with the bolts, with the integrated carry handles, like the old days. That's the way they're meant to be. But it's nice to have this. I've been doing iron sight shooting with this one. But it's nice to be able to put an optic on it too. And I switch them out back and forth, so with the primary arms, of course, because those ACSS optics are just badass. Anyway, I'm trying not to ramble too much, which I am, because I'm just going off the cuff here. But these rifles, I don't want to make this a long video, 30-minute long. But I'm just saying that my word about Palmetto State Armory is that these things are awesome. They work. This one functions flawlessly. No issues with that lower. Good rifles. And if something does go wrong with it, you got a lifetime warranty. You can always send it back, get it worked on. But like I said, this thing is a beautiful rifle right here. I love this thing. So anyway, that's my word on Palmetto State Armory. Get one. They're nice. They work. They work good. That's all I can really say. But Palmetto State Armory sucks, right? Whatever. Keep it heavy.